Hello everybody, this is Trâm, and today I feel very happy to share with you with a wonderful source of water that I feel very lucky that I got introduced into it about 2 years ago. So before we go into it, I'd like to introduce myself again. My name is Trâm, and I live with my husband and 4 kids in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm the pharmacist that I've been working for over 12 years. So the first time when I get introduced into the Kangen Water, I looked up, I did my own research to understand it because, I think it's pretty important that I understand what I'm introducing to myself, my family, and also my extended family and friends. So the more I looked into it, the more I like it. The reason is before, I think I'm like most people. We pay attention to what we eat. We try to buy the best food that we can. Like I would go with organic food. I would look for the one that fresh. The best food that we can find. Try to keep ourselves and our family healthy, right? But I'm like many other people. I don't pay attention much to the water because I think water is water. So as long as you drink 6 to 8 cups per day as recommended, that is good. I didn't even ever look further. But the more I learned about it, I found out that water has many different kinds. Some are good for you, some are not good for you. So why? It is because, the first thing will be the bottled water, because that's the one that I used to drink. I used to drink that every day for work. So I just buy it from the market. I'll leave it in the garage and I just take it on the way to work, a couple bottles every day. And I never look into whether it's good for you or bad for you. But later on, I realized that bottled water have a lot of microplastic in it that it can get dispersed into the water if you don't store it in the proper temperature or the proper storage. And it could be before it gets to your hand, it's already being stored in the it's already been stored in the warehouse for a long time or on the shelves. It could be years before it can get to you. So some people even store in the car, and the sunlight and too cold, too hot temperature, it can cause that microplastic to be even more get into the water that you drink, and over time it can cause health problems because the microplastic are very tiny. It can go through anywhere in your body. It's very tiny that you can't really even your heart, your blood vessel, it cannot filter it out. So and the second source of water that I use to drink is tap water. So I use tap water, for cooking, even for making teas, coffees and stuff. And I never realized that how much chemicals that in the tap water until I look into it. So basically, the pipe systems is under the ground for could be hundreds of years. And over time, of course, there are microbes, bacteria, in there, and it's regulated by the government. So they have to put down some chemicals to keep, things going, to help with the, to help prevent a microbe from overgrowing, to make sure the water, is okay to get to everybody. So it is considered safe, but it's still a lot of chemicals in it that over time, if you keep drinking or eating, by using for cooking, it can cause health problems. And when they put down a lot of chemical, it try to keep, the rusting and the microbes in it from growing. It makes the water very acidic. And when it's too acidic, of course, it's going to cause damage to the piping system. And to prevent that, they put in another chemical on top to neutralize it. That is why when you test the tap water, the water always come out neutral, because that to help preventing from to the tubings, to the piping system under the ground. So understand that it make me feel like you know, at least you will need to have some kind of water filter in your home to use for cooking and drinking, at least, to prevent getting all the chemicals into your body. So let's go to the Kangen water, the 3 main properties. The first one will be the antioxidants. But before that, we need to understand what is the oxidation. Oxidation is a natural process that occurs that we can see anytime, anywhere. So, for example, when you cut an apple, you cut a banana, you cut an avocado, and you leave it out. After a few minutes, you can see they turn brown. That is oxidation. Or you have a piece of metal, and you leave it out, you can see it get rusted. That is oxidation. And oxidation occurs on your body too. You know, you can see you start having wrinkles. It happens to anywhere, anybody. So how about inside our body? Does it have oxidation that happening? Yes, it is. It is happening, like inside our body. We might not see it, but I'm sure we can feel it. That means when we get older, or when you get sick, you know, that is because inside our body we have a lot of free radicals, and free radicals are something that that form when we even with the natural process or chemical reactions, you know, cellular metabolism, it can produce free radicals. And those free radicals are the molecules that missing an electron, so their bond are not stable. They're not stable. They traveling, you know, around trying to find that missing electron and trying to stabilize itself. And when they find a healthy molecules, it tries to knock out that electron and steal it. And when it steals it, it turns that healthy molecule into a new free radicals. And that new free radicals try to hunt for another electron from another molecules. So this process is it's like a cascade process that keep going on. And over time, it causing cells, it causing tissues and organs, you know, damage. And that could create, you know, a lot of health problems, including cancers, cardiovascular problems, diabetes, immune system, the autoimmune problems, you know, like lupus and stuff, arthritis. So there's a lot of, could be 80 to 90% of all diseases that come from, you know, oxidation, from the free radicals, you know, causing the damaging to our body. So very important that we have to neutralize those free radicals by, you know, eating more healthy, drinking more good food, you know. So people are trying to eat a lot of food that high in antioxidants, like fruit, like vegetables, drinking more green teas, eating, you know, or taking supplements, vitamin C, vitamin E, selenium, zinc, turmeric or curcumin, which is the active part of the turmeric. So by doing that, you know, it helps our body, give our body the antioxidants, and the antioxidant has the capability to neutralize those free radicals. So same thing, Kangen water, it has extremely high amount of antioxidants, and we can compare that. You can compare that with, you know, a cup of green tea, because green tea is a very popular drink that Japanese, they drink it for centuries, for you know, as long as you know, we would know. So they drink green tea for the antioxidant benefit. So drink 1 cup of green tea versus 1 cup of Kangen water. Kangen water will be 7 or 8 times higher than the green tea. So think about it. It have, you know, very extremely high level. So that's why it's have a lot of, you know, it's give the benefit to our body. So let's see the next property, that will be the alkalinity. Why we need alkalinity?